Hey everyone, happy Monday Runday. Sorry for that. You guys there? Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. We are here. Awesome. I'm so sorry about that. Had a lot of technical difficulties, of course. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. We're going to run some trains a little bit in the beginning. Oh, look at that. There's one down for the count. Seriously. This is like Yeah, no problem, guys. I'll scroll up in the chat in a second. I'm so sorry. All right, guys, I'm going to go up to the top of the chat. Sorry, I missed a lot of comments. I'm so sorry. All right. I'm going to stop the B&O right in front of the camera. All right. And wait for the Line switcher to come around. Shoo. All right. All right, guys. I missed a ton of comments. I am so sorry. I had everything set up earlier today, and it just went all to kaput once I started the stream. There I am. It's a little bit warm up here, so yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? I have a bunch of comments to read, so I'm going to go to the top, the bottom. But here, let me fix the camera a little bit. There we go. Looks decent. I'm all, it's hot up here. Let me get the lights from. There we go. That looks cool. Cool. We have what's it? Valkyrie. See you soon. Awesome. Gus is here. Tiny Town Trains. I'm ready to go. T4. Awesome. Yeah, me too. I'm so sorry. Let's see what we got. Hello from Slagcat, Chesapeake, in Ohio. How's it going? Brian Cahill, what's up, man? Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you as well. And a bunch of Tiny Town. We have Docman, Sean from Docman Productions. How's it going, buddy? Hello. Keep on going down. Robert, I got a Lionel 2037 for my birthday. Sweet. So happy. It's so nice. 2056 was horrible compared to it. Wires all original, but seem brand new. Some with the shell. That's so cool, man. Happy birthday. That is really cool. Any train for a birthday is a great train, in my opinion. Waiting to get my Knicks fix. Oh, here I am. Awesome. And I'll fix the camera. It's a little low, so it's like, I'm like hunched down. 2037 runs. Parents got me a Lionel 494, which I really wanted. Has the box. I'll have to check in to see what those are, but it sounds really cool. Keep on going down. Nikki's here. We have Jamie. How's it going? We have two of my mods here. Railfan Rogers here. Hello. People are like, are you there, Nick? I saw Robert said that. Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. Raylan from Georgia. How's it going? And then people are like, "We're here. Glad to see you. Awesome. Thank you so much. Cool. They're here. Hello, Ray TV. Hello, Nick. What are we discussing tonight? Oh no. You guys have put me on the spot already. It's only like 8:30. Yeah, exactly 8:30. I didn't even know the time. That's crazy. Oh man. Yeah, I'll get into that in a second. So guys, perfect example. Let me fix the camera. Pull it up a little bit. Here we go. Raising the roof. All right. Let me fix the lens and point it down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Much better angle, you know. Don's Trades, what's up, man? 7:30 here. So you're early. You're an hour early. So welcome. Yeah, everyone. Don's Trains. He was able to see the big boy in his neck of the woods. I'm really jealous of that. But I've got my like I don't know, like 10 doses of 611, so I'm set. Then I saw 425 yesterday, Reading, Blue Mountain, and Northern. I can't complain, you know. Oh man. All right. So tonight's discussion, I'm not going anywhere. The channel's doing great. We've hit over 600 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Everything's going really well for the channel. I'm really excited to see where things go in the future. And honestly, the only thing to get the channel monetized at this point are subscriber count. Our watch hours are up. We've got the engagement. It's all about the subscribers, and we're doing great. So just a matter of time and reaching out to people. But the channel's not going anywhere. I love doing the YouTube. It's so much fun. And anyone in the chat who doesn't have a channel, I know a lot of you guys do have channels. Oh yeah, I also saw Lehigh River Subdivision said hi. Hello. Then we have Tom's Train Successor saying hi. We have Ray Golden Leaf. Hey, how's it going? So, I'm really excited for this channel to see where it goes. It's been a wild goose chase since day one. It's been so much fun, and it's been a huge part of my life doing YouTube. So I'm not going anywhere. It's just what's going to be changing is what's in front of me and what's the main attraction up here in the train room, and that is the train layout. I'm thinking about rebuilding the layout. And for some of you guys, you would understand. Some of my friends I've consulted with about the layout, and a lot of them say go for it. The only thing is, it's like I'm gonna have some downtime up here. You know what I mean? So, Jennifer Millward, hey Nick, how's the layout going? It's going great. We're actually talking about the layout right now. Rail fan Roger, yes, technical difficulties for sure. I'll get into that in a second. And some of the difficulties from the live streams have been happening because of the layout. I know it sounds kind of silly. It's like, well, why? What could be going on with the layout? And it's just like little finicky things. I'll go through some and let's see. Yeah, wait for winter. It's cool upstairs. Yeah, I can't wait for winter up here. It was excellent. Like the vent, the infamous vent, like my one air conditioner vent, I usually close that and let the heat push downstairs, let downstairs get nice and warm. I close that vent off, and then I shut the door down the steps, and it feels great up here. It's like 60 degrees. I can work up here and all that stuff. But see, a couple JTG Model Railroading. Hey, how's it going? DV Tech, David. Yeah, no railroad is ever done. And that's the thing. It's like it's so much money and time, and you get to a point, and you're like, well, I want to expand it. And that's where I'm at now with this layout. And I ended up doing a track plan in tube track that I'll show you guys. I know a lot of you guys are running fast track. I believe we have some people in here that also run Atlas O, and we also have I'm trying to think of who else in here would run it, but maybe we got some MTH guys. I know I've talked to of Zach of Country Bunkers Trains. He loves the tube track on his one layout, then the MTH on his main layout. But I'm looking at doing something like that. So Robert, yuck, I hate fast track. So what are your guys? Okay, so let's um oh god, someone asked me about the K4. I'll get into that in a second. So anyone in here other than Robert, what are your guys' opinions on fast track? What's your opinions on the MTH? I don't want to like button heads. I just want your opinions. Like I'm not gonna like shut you down. My only complaint with fast track as of right now, actually I have two major complaints. One of them is very understandable. It's the cost. The cost of fast track, like $100 a switch would bury me. That's the only thing. Like I'd have to find used fast track switches, and then also some of my locomotives, like the like my post war stuff, might like pit it like a welder's torch. Those are my only two factors that I'm like, I don't know. So, what are your guys' opinions on it? Um, Sean runs Gargraves. I used to have that on my dad's layout years ago. It was the flex track and all that stuff. It was a lot of fun. He just put in 031. I need to go larger than 031 because I have 031. It's just giving me a lot of problems. I went to fast track for S. That's probably a good thing. It looks really nice too. I agree with you on the cost of fast track. MTH works great. The ballast has small gaps, so it's supposed to look real, but looks silly, but might. Yeah, I mean, I use right now I'm using the tube Lionel O, and Biblock Chevy. Hey, how's it going? So we have tubular O track up here. I've been using this stuff, like the track on this layout. Some pieces are from like my great uncle that owned like the track came with a pre-war 1668. So yeah, I did talk to Nikki about it. I was like, hey, I don't have to ballast with fast track as much. It would save me money as well. Same with the MTH. I guess it's with real tracks, not the scale tracks, but the real tracks. Love Atlas, but a lot of money. Yeah, Atlas. It looks so good. I know Eric's Trains, I believe, uses Atlas. It looks really nice. Nothing wrong with tubular, just as many options. Okay. I like fast track because it's easier to maintain, but more expensive. Like the tube track because it's classic look. Yeah, I actually fared out with the tube track with just a lot of ballast. That's the thing. Like tons and tons of ballast. I went through like 30 pounds of ballast up here uh, to do this layout. But I do like how easy it is to cut. But my only complaint too is like I don't know. I was just opening up for discussion. I would have to modify fast track to get the gateman to work. Yeah, unless you use the IR thing, that doesn't really work so well. Gargraves and Menards. So Menards has tubular track. Real fan, did you say 30? Yeah, I have 031 up top. And then I've got 042 on the turnouts. Now, here's the thing, too. I'll show you guys a picture of Country Bunker. What's up, man? Looking to get rid of the tubular. See, that's what I'm trying to think of because I've got all the switches and everything for the tube track. I just need I need probably 072 switches, and if I go 042, it works out. I can show you guys a picture of the design really quick on the laptop. I just don't know how to go from like screen to screen. Yeah, I would do 054. And now the greatest, I actually put two of my problem engines on the tracks on purpose. It's part of the reason why I had technical difficulties tonight. But here, I'll show you guys. One of my problems, a traditional layout, tubular would. I'm too traditional. Okay, I like that. Hold up. Let me read some more comments. Tom Streams. I'm old school. Still like the cork bed. Yeah, I've never done cork bed. I actually dad's HO layout had cork bed and it all like dry rotted and it became like a fuzzy. There's like there's like little like fuzzy pellets all over the floor when he tore up the layout because all the moisture of the cork came out. It was great because I don't think he ballasted. I think he just had it on cork bed. Love two track, nostalgic, tough, cheap. Yeah, yeah. Trust me, it's all about budget right now. Can you make some post-war vids, Zach? I like your older post-war videos. I was gonna say I have one post-war video, and that's my 1688 addiction. So yeah, I've got. Oh God, so it's crazy. I went to my parents' house to actually take some. Well, I was visiting. I wasn't there to just take their trains and bring them back home. You know, not me. How dare I do that? But I showed up to get one of my switcher engines you guys are going to see run tonight, and the video of that will be up this week. It was my first diesel ever. It's like an El Cheapo switcher engine NW2 from the 1975 to 77 catalog, and my dad's like, "Hey, you have a whole box of 1688 parts." So I have here. I'll grab one real quick. Oh, these guys are so heavy. So my dad assured me that I have like 12 of these now. Actually, I have 14 of these 1688s. I love these guys. So give you guys a closer look. Some of my babies. K4S, streamline. But yeah, I might just stick with the tube, but the design I did is on tube track. I was gonna do 3 different track plans. So tube track, the second one real tracks, and then fast track. Now the only other option, real tracks, right? Oops, I missed some comments in here. Let's see. Have you thought about real tracks? Yes, I actually have. I think it's an 031 loop of real tracks from like about 5-10 years ago in that span. It came with a MTH starter set that I had, and I really liked the track. The only problem I had was the rails not lining up. Like it was kind of weird because there weren't pins that go into them. Like one of them was off. It'd be like that. But other than that, I think it's a great system. But it does look really nice. Oh, I saw Matt PG was in here too. How's it going, buddy? Thank you so much for modding and being here tonight. Got my guys looking out for the shenanigans. Let's see. I also have rubber road bed I use for my holiday layout. Looks really good. Makes trains especially. Oh wait, makes the trains, especially my post-war trains, run very quietly. Yeah, that's the other thing with tube tracks. It's a lot quieter than the fast tracks. And fast track stuff is really, really loud. I remember getting yelled at for Christmas time because I have fast track loops for under the Christmas tree. My parents would be like, "Yeah, it's turn the trains off, they're too loud." And then I'd run like the tube track loop with a 736, just hauling down the track, and it would be like silent. Like it's just that on the carpet we had under the tree. So there's another option or another observation. Yeah. So fast tracks is pretty loud. Let's see. Switches seem to be damn near impossible to find for the real tracks. I know a guy. I know an MTH guy, but he's like running low on supply because MTH stuff in Maryland and Pennsylvania has been selling like hotcakes, like crazy sale of stuff. But yeah, they're almost getting as hard as to find as the you guys don't hear about it as much, but the K-line track system that they had that was like really similar to Atlas. It appeared like Atlas, but it was K-line's like realistic track system. I forgot what it was called. A couple guys in here probably definitely know what I'm talking about. But K-line had a great track system at one point. Even had like the roadbed crossings and stuff. Snaptrack, that sounds about it. It looked really nice. I've seen videos on it, and This guy like did this whole layout, had like a couple 100,000 views. It was like K-line layout. It was like really basic, and he ran a big boil on the top loop, and it like the wheels were like doing one of these outside underneath. It might have been True Track. I'll have to look up what they are. Track switches in all the parts. Yeah, I agree. Hey, RJ's in here too. Hey, buddy, how's it going? He's got the googly eyes. Working on Matt said working on videos from the trip to Strasbourg. Awesome. Yeah, I've got one more. Got one more video coming out in Strasbourg from the last Labor Day weekend. I was there all weekend with Matt PG, and Nikki was with me, and it was a great time. I probably gonna be only like one or two more trips until 611's gone, which is it's time for her to go home. I mean that in the nicest way possible, but she's been there for a while, and it yeah. I just hope it comes back one day. So yeah. Don's Trains MTH is getting scarce. Yeah, it's getting crazy. I remember on eBay you could find like Proto Sound 1 or Premiere, like early Premiere stuff for like around $200-$300. And now it's like the price has been jacked up like crazy. True Track was lying now. Okay. Real Fang Roger, update, new channel trailer coming soon. Wow. Yeah, I should look into making one of those. Tom's Trains, yeah, nice, great weekend. Yeah, it was great. It was really cool. Oh man, if she didn't leave in 2019 and be there for 2 years this month. Oh my god. Yeah, I could tell a lot of that NS crew, they're just like, take us home, please. Like, we want to go back home, because they switch out, and Country Bunker. How about Super O? If it had more than one like turn radius, yeah, Super O would be cool. But I think a lot of my trains would just they would be like, no, help me. But I know a guy up in Red Lion, Pennsylvania, not too far away. He tried to get me to buy like a bunch of Super O. He had like a box, and he's good for like odds and end parts. And I walked in his shop, or in his garage pretty much, that he runs his business from. He's like, hey, have you ever been into Super O? And I've never seen it before. And he held it up, and I was just like, dude, this looks great. But I'm really like, some of you guys in here are going to kill me, but I'm worried about those darn rollers. Like, it's some of the guys say it's a myth. I don't know, because my poor NW2, where is she? My 624 was definitely some Super O track, and the rollers are like that. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't want to get like reamed, but yeah. The Super O wear a cape and fight crime. No, but it fights wallets. Now Super O looks great. Honestly, I thought about doing some Super O under the Christmas tree, because it's like really nice, and be really, really cool to check out. Hey Nick, great to see you. Really enjoyed all your trip videos. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, tomorrow, Tiny Town, thank you so much. Tiny Town's actually building a multi-tier layout that I've been trying to catch up on, like 6 tiers of trains. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely recommend it. It's really cool. Tomorrow I got a Steam adventure coming out at probably like noon or so. I've just released it when you guys are awake, so I don't wake up my California viewers at like 6 in the morning. But we chased engine 425, Reading, Blue Mountain, and Northern. It is hands down the most beautiful steam engine I've ever seen. Like, it makes 611 look like a Stanley Thermos on wheels. The engine was just gorgeous, and I want to buy one, but Lionel wants like $1,400 just for the 425. But if any of you guys like to look it up, just type in Reading and Northern 425, and you'll just be like blown away. It's a light Pacific. She's just a gorgeous locomotive, and the whistle was like my top favorite whistle I've ever heard. And that's like, I've seen so many trains been all over the East Coast watching trains. I'm just like the whole time sitting there, just like, when's it gonna blow the whistle? I gotta hear it. And it was just awesome. Um, do you have one engine with roller grooves from some Super O? I say it's true. Yeah, here I'll grab it because I have to prove the myth. Well, it's the myth. I think it's real because of the here, I'll be right back. Let me see. I'll roll over here. Here she is. Ah. All right, you guys ready for this? I'm gonna disprove, or I'm gonna prove that it's true. Some of you guys in here will be like, nah. So here's my 624. She's it's naturally weathered. I did a review on this. This is actually one of my favorite post-war pieces. And I got this from, oh God, was it $10? Oh God. You guys are great. Could we possibly set Monday Runday for 7? I would, but the thing is, I don't know if I'll be home. Like, I'm usually not home from work until like 6:30 on most days. Sorry about that, bud. But yeah, so okay. So this engine, I got at a train show. It was like $75. It was a mess. Like everything was locked up, and the wheels. Where is it? It wore the grooves on one side. So whoever owned this ran it in like the same circle for like hours and hours at a time. And the gears are also skewed to one side too. So if you look at that, all the gears are, if it ever decides to focus, yeah, you can see the gears are all on angles. So whoever ran this ran it in a circle. Brennan's Trains, hello. Also saw another hello up here. It just showed up. It was Rob Fuzz, welcome. So here's the Super O myth confirmed. The guy who sold this to me actually had a box of Super O track right next to it, and check that out. If it decides to focus, come on. You got this, camera. You can do it. Focus. Oh, come on. The camera's against me. Here, give me a second. Let's do one of these. Oh. Is it going to do it? There you go. If you guys can see that. Cool. So yeah, I had to wait for the camera. It's got like a. Let's do it. If it's even better that way. There it is. So you can see that tiny groove in the middle. Hey, Robert, have a good night. I'll set that over there. Circle has no corners, has no ends. God, she serves awesome use. Yeah, they said this was like their Christmas train. They ran it every year under the Christmas tree. They had a Super O loop on like cotton, like the cotton snow stuff that they used to sell, or they still sell. It's like a blanket, and So what are the odds we can get you into a command system with some new track? Love spending others' money. So it's crazy. I've been working with Tom's Trains and Accessories to try to get my command system up to snuff. I was given a command system. I was given a Cab One remote. That's you guys are making me do a lot of work tonight. I like it. Making me work for my stream. All right. Here you go. Ta-da. Whoops, wrong way. So there you go. Cab One. It needs some work. So, and still, listen to this. If you guys can hear that. So yeah, I've got the Cab One remote, and I need the best way I can say it. I got the upside, but not the downside. I've got the brains of it. Yes, there you go, Tom. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, so I need the Power Master. I have the brains. Now I've got the The internals, I just need the bottom end. Yeah, pretty much TV remote, you know. I also need an antenna because someone decided to like bite this one off. There's no antenna in here. It's just a little circle. But this is on the list of to do things to do. In the meantime, I end up buying a new MRC remote or MRC transformer, and I'll show you guys that. It's a good transformer. It's not going anywhere. So, whoops. Got the throttle pack. So the breaker just tripped because the train up top is derailed. And I've got my MRC dual. It's all labeled track 1, track 2. These are awesome transformers. And you can see I got the cab one, the TV remote, as RJ said. So you have the command base and the handheld. Yes. And I've got the transformer, the 8 amp monstrosity. So yeah. Oh, excited for me. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't wait to get that Power Master. They're only like $40 or something on eBay. I just gotta end up buying some new gear for filming, and my budget of the month went to that compared to train stuff. But it will happen. I'd love to have this and sit at the desk and run trains and just it's like talking to me. Move over to the MTH 4000. I wish I could afford one, but the MRC, the duals, these MRC dual powers still go for several $100s, which is like insane because this remote came out, like 1990 something, like 97, 95. My throttle pack is great. It's only an 80-watt transformer, but it kicks butt. It's pretty cool. Power Master would allow Nick to run his conventional trains. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I can run my I have one command engine. This is so lame. So you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. I've got one command engine. That's my EP5 up on the shelf, and I've never had it in command mode at all or TMCC ever. I've always ran it conventional, but I'm looking forward to getting some like command items. The closest thing I've had to it is like my Proto Sound 1 stuff that I love. But yeah, the MTH 4000 is awesome. I've got the 400 what is it? Basically came with all of their like starter sets, but that's a great one as well. I think that's a 100-watt transformer. It's like the 400. But one of my buddies just bought the 1000. He loves it. It runs, a single track transformer, runs great. The throttle pack is fun. It's like sitting here like on a brake lever of an engine. And then I just like the old school, like, turn the knobs on, it runs type of thing. But yeah, I can't wait to get the command stuff all set. It'd be really cool. It was given to me from a coworker that got out of O gauge, O scale. He moved to N scale full time, and he might actually be watching the stream, but I haven't had it run because I don't have the other part, so it's all good. Just purchase the transformer, power adapter, cable, fixture. Oh yeah, so I tried using the the transformer that powers my accessories on the layout is actually a it's the transformer meant for the command system, and it puts out, it's like 18 volts at 8 amps, so it kicks butt. I mean, seriously, it lights my entire layout, no problems. And it actually gives me too much power because some of my accessories burn out. Like my bubble tower decided to burn out today, and then I wish I could put a voltage regulator on it, or a resistor. I just have to find one, or I'll just upgrade all the bulbs to be 18 volts. Blasphemy. Part number 1298. Okay, yeah, yeah. Send me a message. I'll find. Actually, you already did. I have pictures of it. So yeah, I'll have to get that all settled. Got to head out for the night. Just wanted to stop in for a little bit. Pretty tired. Hey, not a problem, Matt. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you. Yeah, I think the 1000 is fine for what I have to do on my layout. Yeah, apparently the 1000 was like rated the best single track or something like like they call it like a starter transformer, but it was like the best starter transformer ever. And I think it's more than that. I mean, if you're running just a single loop of track, you got the 1000, you're set. I mean, it's a great transformer. Amperage is king with trains. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, yeah, the more amps the better. The MRC dual power. So I wanted to test it and I actually did a video to send to one of my friends that actually bought the 1000, and I tried telling him about the amperage because I ended up giving him an engine and he put it on the track and then he just cranked up the transformer and the transformer would basically cut out. So I tried to figure out how many engines it would take for the MRC to trip the breaker, and I think I put like all of my F units that are on the wall. Like if I go back here, the wall of F, I think I put the Southern, or where is it? My Southern on that powered A unit with the Santa Fe, my New York Central that are over there. Whoops, wrong way, that way. And I think I put on my Canadian Pacific that's up there. That's a SD24, and then I think I had the Seaboard that's all the way at the bottom, and it still was going. It was drawing like close to 9 amps. It's pretty crazy. I plan to add more sidings. Yeah, sidings are fun. Yeah, I love sidings on a layout. So let me show you guys what I've been cooking up on the software. I don't know how to do like a screen share. I really wish I could do that, but I don't think this, because I'm just using the Facebook, or not Facebook. Oh God, no. I'm using the YouTube Studio, and I was trying to figure out how to do that, but I think that's a StreamYard thing. So I'm gonna need, to learn the StreamYard stuff. But I can actually pull up the screen if it will stay on the live, where I can just show you guys what I'm planning on doing. I'll show you on the phone really quick. Because I took a picture of it. And it's a program called let me look it up. Of course it's not on the machine. Where is it? All right, it's called Rail Modeler Pro. And it's like $40, but you can design any scale up to, like, I think there's like a T track layout you can do. Um, you can do anything from like T track Z all the way up to, I believe, G scale, and it has every track manufacturer in it. My only complaint was that for Lionel O, they didn't have all the switches. Like I've got O22 switches up top, or numbered switches, and I've got another O22 numbered switch down here. But I have these other switches from like the 90s. I have no idea what number they are. They were just given to me, and they didn't have that in the program. So I had to kind of rig some connections. And Tube Track's very flexible. So usually you can like kind of fudge it with your lines and stuff. You can actually take the track and kind of flex it in a way. Compared to Fast Track, it gives a little bit during like long stretches, but it's not going to be the same as like your tube track. You can kind of, I don't want to say force it, because if you force it too much, your track goes out of gauge and then your trains just pop off the track. Because I've done that before. StreamYard is easy to use. I'm gonna try looking into StreamYard. Like seriously, um, I'd love to show you guys stuff I've been working on, especially layouts and all that stuff. Radar Diddy, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you as well. Let me pull up the image on here, give you guys a quick look of the layout. And I'm going to end up doing a video on the layout design. I started filming it, then I changed the layout, and this is what I changed it to. So let me see. Let me turn off all my cellular stuff so I don't get like a phone call during this. All right, so this is what I have right now, and hopefully it focuses in. There we go. So guys, take a mental picture of that, and what the red section is what I have right now. That's my 4x12 layout. The green is an extension, so it goes down 3 feet and then across. What's that? 9 feet, down 2 feet, and then across 4 feet, and then up 5 feet or something like that. So that's the future layout of Nick's Crossing, and it's a single track. And oh, that was cool because my screen went darker. So that's the plan. The top section with the dash track, that's all tunnel. And this track plan took me about, it sounds stupid, it took me about 6 hours to design because I ended up basically finding a design on what was it, Model Railroaders magazine, and basically it was I'll show you that picture. It was nuts. I was like, well, I like my crossing buck in the center. I really like that. I've never had one before, and I also like, yeah, just like Mile High just said, dual reverse loops. That's the main thing too. I'm looking into operations compared to how many trains can I run at the same time. I'm gonna have more fun switching tracks and watching the train, go somewhere up here compared to me having as many trains as I could run at the same time because I'm in a limited space and things like that. So DB Tech. So that's just the bottom layer. So I'm gonna end up building a top layer, sort of like what I have right now, but modified. So I'm gonna end up taking down one of my mountains, probably the right mountain. I haven't decided which. Well, actually, it's gonna have to be the right mountain. So basically, the left mountain would stay. The upper track will stay about the same up into the first bridge. Here, are you guys? For anyone that hasn't seen the layout, I'm gonna point all over the place and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, let's see. So this is the left mountain. That would be taken down. So all of this, consider this mountain leveled, and this mountain over here will stay up to a certain point. Or at least the design of it will stay. There will be a mountain in that corner. It may not come out as far. I might have to demo it to basically build the yard I'm looking into. But yeah, it would just be one train, and that layout would actually stretch all the way to my desk right there. So there's my repair station, and it would come all the way out to like my power strip and stuff on this side, and then right where I'm sitting, it would actually come out right to where this 2x2 stick is at right here. The layout would come out this way. It would actually come out that way, and then we would be pushed back. So just for scale, right about there, because we would end up on the corner of this wall right there. It's like this is the edge of a wall right here. This would be the end of the platform coming out this way. All right. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Oops, let me spin you guys around this way. Chesapeake and Ohio makes a great point. If you have a derailment, if that's a big word, how easy to get from a double layer? I'm not sure. Radar, it is. I'm actually I'm not allowed to use the basement because of Nikki wants to claim it for a room of her own because her stuff's currently in a spare bedroom, and she was saying that she wants the basement, which I respect. I mean, I respect that. Um, I've got a lot of my junk in the basement still. I've got my whole like studio, or it was a music studio in the basement, but I haven't played drums since I moved in. And at least in this house, I ended up leaving my band, selling a lot of my music stuff because I've been making pretty much doing the YouTube stuff a priority compared to the music stuff. It's a long story, but the basement still has my drum set that's all set up in my desk for work. Eventually, I'm going to end up moving to like a laptop setup, and then the basement will become like a lounge and like a hangout room, rumpus room, as people used to say in the olden days. But yeah, the basement would be great. But the other thing too is that the excuse me, the basement floor is like a really thin layer of plywood, and it's like a piered floor from because if you go below that, my basement's dirt. This house is very old, and they used to just build houses off of dirt. So the basement would have all your cooking, your furnace, like your coal furnace and things like that. So the floor is like a false floor up into like I think the what is it? Like the main open area is like a plywood floor, like a veneer over top. So yeah, it would be a great spot for the train stuff, but honestly, it's also the front door because my house faces the street. It's like built into the hill. So having that as a train room would also be kind of odd, like having guests and stuff over. It's just the layout of the house, honestly. Country Bunker, sorry I missed it earlier. What radius? I did not mention the radius. So yeah, thank you for reminding me. 048, I'm thinking of because right now I'm on 042, and the turns that layout was on, it was all 048, and that would work really well. I believe it was 48 because I think I did it in 48 and then 42, and then 42 wouldn't work because I want to get some larger engines in the future. So I'm kind of planning ahead. I would love to do like I looked at 072, but there's no way up here. Um, yeah, it just ain't gonna happen unless I did like a loop under the layout of 72 or under the Christmas tree. That'd be really cool. It'd just be like a goes that like a 6 foot circle. So yeah, the things that kind of sparked the new layout, like really things just just kind of thinking through the new layout ideas. Oh God, Helix to Nikki's old room. Yeah, 54. Okay, so I think I looked in the 54 because of the fast track. I think that's the size fast track was in. So the fast track layout I'm currently designing is in 54, but I had some weird geometry happen because the double turnaround after the X, like basically those switches, the switches according to the specs are 15 inches long, and it's supposed to equal like what's it, one and a half straight pieces. And because I didn't use, I don't know how it happened, but I have an extra 5 inches of straight on the other side because I only used one switch. So now I'm on the bottom side of the layout. I'm short by like, it's so weird. It's like by a quarter inch or something. I don't know how it happened. I might have to like totally 86 the track plan and fast track, but it's just so weird because they have cut pieces already. I think the smallest one is 2.5 inches or something, or 2 inches, and it just wouldn't work up for some reason. 54 would allow you to Sorry, I can't read tonight. 054 would allow you to run a lot of Lionel legacy locomotives that require 54. That's a great observation. I didn't think of that. So yeah, I'll make the minimum 54 then. I might have to go back to the drawing board. I mean, thank God I'm not actually like sketching this out. It's like all like plug and play. I love that. I'm gonna do a video on it, how to like how the program works. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just want to spread the word because a lot of people design a layout, and I drew this one out. Like my dad and I actually, he looked through it too, and he was like, "Yeah, it should work." But we drew everything out on paper, and this just makes it so much easier because you make your parameters. I didn't even make the parameters. I just made two shaded boxes, like text boxes, and then put the track in it. So it was a lot of fun. Took a lot of time, but yeah, it sounds like 54 is going to work. God, Lionel Legacy diesel locomotives require 54. That's insane. Yeah, when we were kids, I only had 31 loops, and what we did was we just put a piece of straight track in between to make a giant oval, and then on the inside we actually had 72 curves to kind of give it some depth. It was kind of cool, kind of like what I did here. I've got a 72 curve off that 31 loop, and then it comes back in another 72, so it kind of gives you like this pear shape, like bottom pear shape, give it some fluid motion. It looks really cool. But yeah, I don't own any legacy stuff yet. um I'm still on the MTH stuff. I'm digging that Proto Sound one, especially the stuff that has like the smoke units, and just it's so much fun. Like some of the stuff you can't even find in different Proto Sound series, like Proto Sound 2. Like I'm looking out for a Proto Sound 1 Maryland and Pennsylvania MAPA Doodlebug, and I think it only came out in the 1997 catalog or 98 catalog. It's really weird. Like I would really love to have one of those because MAPA is like not that far away from where I live. It's pretty cool. Mile high, wider curves means being tempted into buying expensive and expensive equipment. With tighter curves, at least you're limiting yourself. They love some space for sure. Yeah, yeah, man. It's gonna be fun. I just want to make sure I do it right and not have as many problems. Like I'm expected to have, like you always find out problems when you build layouts, but I'm expected to have less problems with designing it ahead of time. Like this layout, I kind of just threw the track down. I was like, yeah, it should work, and then I took my switcher engine, tested out the spacing. Are these engines going to hit? And I just kind of ran them next to each other by hand. I'm like, okay, we're good with clearance. The program I'm using too gives you the clearance in there. So I'll say like, they'll actually beep at you and saying, hey, like you can't put this here. It's going to hit. It's really cool. Quite a few MTH Premier diesel engines use 042. Yes, my Baldwin, it said will work on 031, but it said like in bold print, said highly recommended 042, and that's a Proto Sound 1 Premiere. I've got the purple box under the layout. I love looking at it. It's so pretty. It's my first Premiere diesel. And it's crazy. Like I've got the whole bunch of trains on the wall, but growing up, we really didn't have that many trains. I couple things that happened. I received this large collection from a family friend, and I'm, you know, I was speechless at just how many trains I got from that collection. And then later on, I started buying my own stuff. But when I was a kid, I wasn't aware of all like the post-war stuff and how many steam engines of the post-war era there were and what diesels there were, and now I'm starting to get into it. So it's really interesting. MTH E8s will do 42. Oh yeah, yeah. Zach, did you see the E8s that I have? I can grab one really quick. Actually, sorry, they're E7s. After seeing the demos with Dave today, I can't wait to the baby K4. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that demo. I don't understand why they're making things out of brass and then they paint it. Atlantic Coastline. No, these are BNOs. I wish I had the oh god, the ACL ones. Oh, they're buttes, man. I'll grab one just to show you guys. I did a video on them. There was like a big trend with like big trains. I was like, well, I've got E7s I'd love to show you guys, and they're so much fun to run. I'll actually run those because I've got my scale Hudson, my B&O Hudson on the track right now. Almost bought a 2020 last weekend, 686. Oh, at a flea market. Wow. Yes, they do. Yeah, I agree. They do a lot of things. I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't know about that. I made a comment. I get it. Those guys get a lot of crap from people, and I made a comment in demos with Dave about their crew talk, and I wrote like the crew talk is kind of, and I put like a cheese emoji, and he read it, and he's like, well, there's then you don't have to push those buttons, and I was just like, dude, you're paying $1,400 for a train. It has to be like perfect. Some people, you can buy a car for 14. You can buy a motorcycle, a car, a boat, down payment on a house, couple months. Well, not a couple months rent, but that's twice a mortgage payment in some places. Like I don't want that crappy crew talk if you're paying that much. You could always go with 054 tube track and then put the savings into Ross. Oh, Ross. That program does have Ross custom switches in there, but yes. Oh, that would be sweet. I'll be here next week. Awesome. Bought a 681, but the worm gear has messed up. What? Oh. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like those parts go and the whole thing just, it's so sad. Tom's Trains. If you're looking up switch model numbers, Lionel modeling or modern O gauge switches had these model LH. Yes, those are in the program. Mile High Rail. Glad someone agrees with me. It's like Mile High Rail says Lionel Legacy crew talk is kind of cringe. Well, it sounds like they recorded it in a bathroom, kind of like they just some guy like went in with a boom mic inside of like the handicap stall and said, "Speak." What would a crew say? Speak. Because it's got like the weird echo and it's like I made a joke. I went to Strasbourg and I was like ready to put my camera, like the fancy new camera I got. It's got the mic that picks up like it's almost like a 360 mic. It's a stereo microphone that I'm really not used to filming with because I'm used to having like the phone. It's got the stereo mics, but the Sony picks up speak. So the Sony mic picks up there's two in the back, or sorry, two in the front that pick up stereo, and then there's one in the back. So if you're talking behind the camera, it's a vlogging camera. It's the Sony ZV, or people have been calling it the Z1. And I was ready to go up to the cab of 611 at Strasbourg and say, Lionel, this is what crew talk sounds like. And it's literally guys just shooting the crap, just talking, about like, chicks and stuff and, how hot it was and, all that stuff. Finish whipping first. But yeah, it's like, I don't get it, man. It's like $1,400 for a train. I've got real crew talk sounds on my Premiere engine that's almost as old as me. It's like the train's like 5 years younger than me, and it's got better crew talk. I've got my Steam sounds tender. There we go. Under the layout, it sounds way better. But here, I'll grab the E7. I gotta show you. I'll show you guys, and I'll probably end up running it because this B&O, this guy, oh, this monster, she gives me so much trouble because of the tether in the back. It's kind of nasty. So I'm gonna put this guy back up. It's really heavy. It's all die cast from Williams. Yeah, she's pretty. Here, let me set this down somewhere. Actually, put that over here. All right. I'll trade one for one. Yeah. There we go. Can like E7s. So yeah, I'll run this guy. I've got the other A unit on the shelf too. Wait, I missed some comments. The new thing Lionel is introducing with the crew talk is radio static. Oh my God. You know, that reminds me of the music industry. So in the music world, they used to record with tape. And tape sounds like tape. It's got a nice thick bottom end. That's why your guys' records, you know, if you guys know what records are, I'm sure there's a lot of people in here that know records. I collect records, like the good stuff, not like the hipster records. But it's got like that crackle sound with the tape, and it's got a nice low bottom end and everything. And they emulate that in software, and it sounds so bad because it's too much. It's not like natural. So honestly, they should just get like an old radio that's been in like an actual engineer's basement for like 30 years, you know, and just talk through it. Like not do any effects, you know, just natural. Or go to a railroad and record like real crew talk. Like go to the Reading, you know, go to I'm sure there's railroads around where Lionel's at, wherever they may linger these days. But they could go to any scenic railroad and actually get real crew talk. And you know, they just tell the guys, hey, like no profanity, you know, what do you guys actually say on this railroad? That would be so much better. It's not lazy, but what they do now, it just sounds awful. Like I can go on a rant with it because, like I said, it's $1,400 for an engine, possibly. You know, the sky's the limit, really. But I'm gonna check the fridge for cold snacks. Oh man, that's. I wish I could partake, but I have work tomorrow. But yeah, we set this guy on the track. But yeah, these are great. These are so much fun. Muscle. I think the mighty sound of steam is all you need. Yeah, I don't own any mighty sound of steam engines, but they're a lot of fun. Nothing like a good album. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got my turntable downstairs, and I've got all kinds of old, a lot of '80s rock, a lot of '80s stuff. I got a lot of Rush albums, Beatles stuff, a lot of Kiss albums. I love Kiss, like the old stuff, not the new stuff, but when they actually played in a studio with the original four, you know. Oh God, 8-track. Randall, what's up, buddy? How's it going? I know what records are. 33 and a third, or yeah, 33 and a third, 4578. Yep. Yeah, I only have 33 and a thirds. Let's see. Actually, are they 33 and a third? Are they, or do I have 78? No, wait, 78's the spinning. They spin faster. That's like the old school stuff, I think. I remember them well. The 8-tracks. Oh no. I never had the pleasure of meeting an 8-track player other than like at a like antique shop. Randall Ellison says hello again. Cool. I'll put this E7 on. Man, she's a big girl. Oh. It's made of ABS plastic, not die cast. Like I can't imagine what if they made a E7 out of die cast. My God, it would be like 20 pounds. Let me grab the other A unit. Whew. It was like this thing's like light as a feather. Still big though. Love it. Oh. And these are Williams Oh man, I forgot what catalog these are out of. They're not that old. I know, right? This is my weaker arm, so it's like, yeah, getting a workout for sure. But yeah, that BNO Hudson, man, she weighs, God, probably like 4 or 5 pounds just in like bulk weight. Got to move the train up. Oh, we're shorted somewhere. Let me see. No. Oh, it's not shorted. It just doesn't want to go. It's not good. 16 of the turntable a long time. Wait, there was 16 on the turntables. Oh wow. I heard yesterday that Rom Zombie is putting a limited edition 8-track. Oh my god. Yeah, I heard about 8-track and tape coming back. I'm like, you guys serious? Like cassette tape. I remember it was so funny. Like when we were kids, we used to have like my parents bought the Goosebumps. If some of you guys from the 90s might remember Goosebumps, but it was on cassette and they were scary. Like they played like sound effects and music, and we would go to sleep to that. It probably explains why I'm like, so screwed up today. But yeah, it was all cassette tape. It would be like Welcome to Dead House, and then it'd be like to hear the other side, or it'd be like a cliffhanger, and they'd be like to hear the other side, turn the tape. And my brother would get out of bed and turn the tape. I'd be like, no, I just want to go to bed. But yeah, we had also Disney sing along. That was like a big deal too when we were kids. We had all the Disney book by tape, and it was crazy. I think I threw all those cassettes away because I tried playing them. They all had wave and flutter, so it sounded like a really bad like '80s movie with like the wave. It was so cool. Oh god, I got you guys talk about records now. That'd be pretty cool. Don't see 8-tracks anymore. Vinyl has been steadily coming back. Yeah, vinyl sounds pretty good because this is how they do it. They have the masters. So let's just say you work for Atlantic Records, right? And you have the master tapes, like the big old 2-inch tape. Your 30, well, it's a 32 track. Yeah, 32 tracks tape. It's all mixed down into your master. They put them into a vault, like a pressurized or magnetic free vault. So they have all the masters. And what they do, they record it digitally, and then they send that digital copy of the master to a record pressing facility, and they make records, and they sound just like the masters. Of course, it's not the same process of making. I'm sure it's a little bit different than it was back in the day, but let me get these hitched up. We'll roll some trains soon. I just gotta figure out what's going on. Records are coming back in a big way. That was my. Oh wait, hold on. I missed some Goosebumps comments. Brian Rock, how's it going, buddy? Records are back in a big way. Okay, I saw that comment. That was my kid's favorite, Goosebumps. Yes, slightly terrifying, honestly. Some of those episodes are pretty scary. Okay, some of it was like low budget Canadian. Well, I'm sure we had low budget here in America too, but low budget, like, you know, I don't know. It's like Twilight Zone for kids, and some of the episodes are pretty creepy. Like one of them, like the guy's dad was a plant, like because he cloned himself into a plant. It's like stay out of the basement. And then there's like Welcome to Dead House, like the whole neighborhood's like a zombie apocalypse. A lot of cool stuff. One of the most screwed up episodes I think was one of them was like Welcome to Horrorland, and it's like these creatures come out and they're like, it was awesome, but it was pretty creepy for kids, and they kept on offering them a new car, and they couldn't tell them what type of car it is. They just called it a sports utility vehicle, and my friends always got a kick out of it. Like we're like 25 sitting there on a couch like drinking beer, and we're like, this episode was great. Grew up with cassettes. Remember 4-tracks from the 60s. I'm not that old, but I've never seen a 4-track before. My parents had an 8-track in the house and another in my dad's Chevy. Oh, that was a big deal back then. My dad had a 4-track in his International when he was growing up. Got a couple of old 8-track stereos and a Craig deck unit for cool factor, but could do without it otherwise. How about a stereo cabinet? I've got a PA system downstairs that I'm trying to get rid of, but I play my records through my studio speakers. But yep, all right, that's one. Got one E7 rolling. Oh, let's see. These giant trucks. There we go. Oh God, open the lid. Stereo. We still have a functional stereo cabinet in our house. What? 8-track players were popular in the 70s. Cars came, CB radio, Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, my dad had a CB radio. He got rid of it because it's a family friendly stream, but I'll just say this: the colorful language used on a CB radio in the late 90s and 2000s, my dad just didn't want us to hear it. So he got rid of it. He's just like, yeah, whatever. But they're good to have if you get into a funk. Like if you get, in a bad, you know, stranded somewhere and cell service doesn't work, a CB radio should technically work. How about a reverb in a car? The CBs are still somewhat big here. Yeah, yeah, especially one of my buddies who drives a truck, and my uncle still has CB radio. He said a lot of it's been converted to like a party line on a cell phone, but a lot of it's still CB and closed channel radio. So it's like between companies, not like they have their own private frequency they can broadcast from. You also have guys who walk around with the scanners at like oh god, at we were at Reading Blue Mountain in Northern Saturday, and it's a scenic railroad. There's not really a whole lot of like surprises that happen because it's on a timetable. It's an hour, well, it's 70 minutes out and back type of thing. And these guys are sitting there with a radio and an earpiece. I'm like, dude, you don't need that. The train's gonna be back in like 30 minutes. Just oh god. 10 for good buddy. Oh god. Yeah, I missed all the fun stuff. Now everything's like digital. I'm like, oh, I hate it. And even though, like I said, I still play with conventional trains. That's about all I have. Oh god, the trucker's off big time. See me back in the high school days. Well, we used to have those handy. Oh god, what are they like the walkie talkies when we were kids? So like in the oh god, early 2000s, my grandma, before she passed away, gave us these. They're from Kenwood, which are like the stereo guys. She got us these multi-channel walkie-talkies, and they were so powerful. Like we could pick up certain radio frequencies that we shouldn't have. And my buddies and I would just scan the channels all day. We pick up like construction sites and we'd screw with them. Like to be honest with you, like we would just scan because there was a scan feature. Basically, go until it found a channel that someone else was on, and we would just talk to people all the time. We'd be like, "Hey, how's it going over there?" And the guy would be like, "What? How did you get this channel?" I'm like, "We were just scanning," and this is like a walkie-talkie set bought at Walmart. Like, it was great. Analog stuff was fun. Yeah, yeah, it was. Still is. Like I said, I've got some stuff still that's analog. But yeah, it's like that stuff is so much fun. Yeah, seriously, the guy was like, "How did you get on this channel? This is a closed line." I'm like, "Dude, you're on a walkie-talkie." Those things are powerful. I think they had like a 16-mile radius, and they're like these little like Kenwood like push to talk. It came with two, so you could actually send them out and stuff. Most walkie talkies are channel 14 on it. You know what? That sounds about right because I think it was a 20. Oh God, what was it? 25 channel. It was like a super talkie. Like I wish I still had them because I mean, honestly, they're probably like somewhat illegal now. But it came in a like a, you guys know like the security plastic that you can't even open if you have like the world's like if you have like the jaws of life in your house trying to cut away the plastic stuff, it came in like one of those like vacuum form plastic things, and it was like Kenwood Entertainment presents, two-way walkie talkies, and we would walk around with them. Like my friends and I would go out in the woods and stuff, and uh, with them, so we could communicate back and forth. We found something cool, and it's before cell phone. Like I didn't have my phone yet, and yeah, we would pick up like construction sites and like state highway patrol, or like not like the police, but the like the state highway construction guys and stuff. They would have them. We'd pick them up, and um, what was the other one? Tow truck companies. It was fun. We had a good time. And the funny thing is, it's like non-traceable compared to like now with like cell phone. Like we were at the end of the prank call days. Like we made a couple prank calls, and then my I never did it. Like a friend of mine used to do prank calls when we would hang out. We were like, they were like 12, Docman, some analog. Actually, hold up. Jamie said a comment. I missed. Oh wait, all these comments just came in. A rotary phone. I used the rotary phone. We used to have one. I think we threw it away. My parents each have a CB in their car. Yeah, those are good to have. Yeah, cell phones. Yeah. How many young people? Yeah, I used a rotary phone a couple times for fun because we had one at the house, but I know how to use it just in case. Tom's trains. That's what Marty McFly. Doc, Doc. And they never worked. They only worked like at the end. And then he's like, "You don't want to get hit by lightning." And he got struck by lightning. So it's like the worst walkie talkies ever. Love Back to the Future, though. It's like my favorite trilogy of all time. Radio Shack made a lot of them. Yeah, Radio Shack made some cool stuff like back in the day. Like they had components in there, switches, stereos. It was a lot of fun. The origin of the CB were 1-22. The FCC opened them up to 40 channels. Holy crap. I think I missed Dockman's comment. Some analog stuff didn't work too well. The original ABS brakes on trucks in the 70s, they were analog. Only problems, certain CB frequencies messed with the ABS analog system, making the brakes lock up. Holy crap. Dude, that's terrifying. Especially with like if you're running air brakes, not fun at all. Somewhere I have 100 CBs, like, oh god, 10 double A batteries each. All right, guys, we're gonna run some trains. My top loop is dead because my Santa Fe FT decided to like crap out right before the stream. Like, if you guys watch the replay, they were running for like 10 seconds and all of a sudden went. So I might be able to pull them back. It's on the switch up there. Oh god, party lines. Yeah, I never dealt with that. I've heard of them though. Yeah, we used to prank call. We were jerks back in the day. Like we were little kids. I mean, it was right before caller ID, and my friend had a phone in the basement. Just having a plug-in like a wall phone or a landline phone was like a huge deal. We had one in the basement. I would like before I had a cell phone, I'd like call my parents like, "Hey, can I spend the night?" And they'd say yes or no, or no, you have to come home. But he had a landline phone right there, and we would always like pick it up and stuff. It was really cool. And now it's like a landline. It's like, who has a landline? Like I don't at this house. My parents still have landline. But yeah, he prank called like two or three people once, and one guy was like, "Hey, it's not funny. Like I saw who you are. I'm gonna report this number." And we were just like, "Oh crap," like how did he know our number? And it's right before caller ID. And then I remember when caller ID phones started coming out, and he was like, "Oh, dude, we can't prank call anyone anymore." So my life was ruined. Lots of scam calls. Yes, yeah, there's a lot of scammers out there. I like messing with them too. I know RJ's messed with a couple scammers that he can't repeat in this stream, but you like to reach out to him personally, he'll tell you a couple really good stories of how that happened. Radar, yes, I do. I worked for a phone company, had to repair one. Wow. CBs are only allowed to put out 4 watts max power, but can be easily change the boost up with a little tweaking. Yeah, of course. So instead of 10 AA's, you'll need like 20 AA's. Just have to know. Yeah, star 60, was it star 68, star 69 or whatever? Or star 67, something like that. Doesn't work anymore. 2 rotary phones. Randall Ellison still got party lines here thanks to CenturyLink. Oh my god. All right, guys, we're gonna run some trades. I gotta see if I can fix that that FT up there. That poor Santa Fe. Look at this guy. He's stuck. And that's another reason I want to change up the track plan, because these oh god, I think it was 57. I don't know, RJ, call me and see if it happens. Let's try it out, figure out what number it is. Yes, train running time. Oh geez. So yeah, my oh god, I'll get yeah, a lot of those telemarketers aren't telemarketers. Just unfortunately, they're people in a desolate land trying to get money from people, and it's really sad. There's a couple channels out that are trying to actually help people that have been scammed. Scammer Payback. He's got 1 million subscribers plus. He helps pretty much. He's like a crusader against scammers. So if you guys want to check out his channel, it's a lot of fun. He's a brilliant young mind that is trying to get behind like the scammers and stuff like that. It's very entertaining, and he doesn't use like profanity. The scammers, when they get irritated, that's all they know is like, 4-letter words, unfortunately, and horrible like language. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to see how he tries to get information from them to try to stop scamming. So yeah, the fake call centers. Usually it's like your extended warranties up, or a lower rate on your credit card, or the IRS is calling you. Was it they call it like the Internal Revenue Services? It's like, no, it's all bogus. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to get the FT moving. Let's see. I'm gonna try to scooter without derailing it. Let's see. Oh, come on. Ooh. She derailed. All right. Let's see what we can do. All right, let's try that out. Let's see what happens. If it derails again, I guess that line will be dead for the evening. I missed some had one call and they were using my number. What? That's terrifying. Hey, Brendan's Trains. It's the man with all the questions. Love it. Love it, man. What is your largest locomotive? It's actually right on the track today. It's the B&O F or E7, not F7, E7s. They are the largest locos that I currently own. We'll get to running this. Let's see what happens with this FT. Let's start her up. Uh-oh. Transformer is still ticked off. Let's see. I got to reset it then. There's still a short somewhere. Star 67. All right, guys, the FT is moving pretty good. See if the bell works. There we go. I love this transformer. It's so responsive. There's actually a booster button too. So if you need a little bit of a oomph, you hit the booster button. Yeah, look at this. Like, I'll show you guys the transformer real quick. Oops. There it is. So we got this. It's like a little brake lever. And then the horn button is so responsive. Look at this. The bell. Whoops, I hit the direction button by mistake. Let's see what crew talk she's got. So that's like the start of the Lionel crew talk. It's the beginning of the cheese. Little cheesy. Let's see the horn again. So at least you get a little bit over that radio chatter. It's kind of nice. So let's do I went the wrong way. Please hold while we connect you. Pretty much. So the FT is working now. All right, let's get the E7s rolling. And Brendan's trains, I'm unfamiliar with a lot of Great Northern, but any steam engine's a good steam engine, honestly. These are the largest diesels that I own. We just have to hook them up. All right, let's see how they roll. All right, there we go. And we're off. Nice long passenger train. And we'll get the switcher engine. That's easy. Yeah, exactly. Minus the red button. You guys, the streamline switcher right here in the frame, that's actually my first diesel I've ever owned, ever. Right. There she is. Right there. Oh, she derailed again. Yay. All right, guys, I'm going to switch out the here they are, my E7s. Love those guys. So I'm going to switch out the switcher below, the little Sue line, give her a break because it only has one motor in there and it's pretty small. So I see that Conrail while sitting here watching my Conrail quality HO running around. That's awesome. Yeah, RJ's the Conrail aficionado with, well, actually, I was going to say Sean from Documents got the most Conrail I've ever seen. He's also Conahay Rail Productions. So I think, he knows Conrail as well. Those guys grew up with Conrail. I missed the boat by a couple years. So, like I said, always tell you guys in the stream, I miss the golden age of railroading. I'm not talking about Conrail. I'm talking about the other ones before them, into Conrail and all that stuff. But I'm going to grab a couple engines. I'm going to keep the E7s on the bottom track. I'm going to switch out the, what do you call it? The NW2 switcher for something else. I might get my Western Maryland. We'll see what happens. I might get my Western Maryland Jeep. All right, I grabbed the Western Maryland Jeep. Here we go. Put him on the track. Good. Great. All right, so that one's good. And put that here. All right, let's start the Jeep up from Vroom. I remember that Penn Central really well. That's so cool. Jeep's over there, so. Love the snag. MPC GG1 one day. Oh, those are fun. Oh, Penn Central Conrail, or sorry, Penn Central GG1. Yeah, those are really nice. We'll get these moving. There we go. Give you guys a nice view. I'll try to switch out those FTs real quick. right. Hey, RJ, thank you so much for stopping by. Here we go. Here's my problem. There we go. All right, guys. When in doubt, use a Baldwin. The horn stuck. No. Oh no, what happened? All right, let's see what happens. Oh. Huh. Hey, Tiny Town, thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I think I'm drawing too much amperage across this transformer. Hey, Zach, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I'll let you know if I'm ever heading down to Florida. It's going to be a while, but yeah, I'll let you know. Hey, T4, thank you so much for stopping by. Till next time. Yeah, I'll try to keep the trains on the track. Oh, look at that. They're following each other into the mountain. Let's see. This engine actually has really good crew talk if they do it. You can hear like the low idle kicks in. It's a lot of fun. Oops, let me turn that off. Yeah, guys, I think I was just drawing too much power across that transformer up on top. Because now this is running better. I took one of the cars out. So it's another reason why I want to switch out a lot of my LEDs to be, lights to be LEDs. Hey, Shipwright, welcome. I saw you just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Salutations. Nice looking layout. Nice IC golf. Oh, yeah, the golf station, right? We have one of those myself. Tends to run better. Oh, wait, sorry. Which one are you talking about? IC golf. I'm sorry. I thought it's about the golf station. But yeah, my Baldwin up top is actually set and long hood forward. I'm actually picking up the rear of the train because the train decoupled itself. I think it's just from the locomotive sitting and not running for a long time. Yeah, it could possibly be. Don't know if you saw my Trains Tier 4 uh, giveaway video. BNSF 39, oldest of the rivet counter, has apparently picked up a static sound on one of the speakers. Huh. Yeah, I didn't see that yet. Here, we'll have an idling party. Here, it's like a full-on idle. Sounds like an actual engine yard up in here. Oh, it's too much. Turn it off. Static started to go away. Orange and yellow diesel. That's what I meant. Oh, you're talking about the Sioux line? Hey, not a problem. Yeah, it's got a lot of diesels up here. Yeah, the Jeep 9, I think, I'm not sure if it's a Premier or not, but the bald one up top is a Premier model, or MTH Premier. I didn't get the box with the Jeep that's below, but both of them are great. Like the power down's pretty cool. Not a giveaway. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Comparison featuring past runs on Scale Trains ET44AC and the Intermountain version. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's I've got a couple of pieces I like to pick up, but right now I'm like concentrating on before it gets too cold. Let me turn you guys around. Be up really high. There we are. Yeah. There. So there we go. The camera's like on a crazy angle, like angle down. Ooh, choking on water. Excuse me. But yeah, so I'm hoping to work on expanding the layout in the late fall into the winter. So it's not gonna be like an immediate thing. And from a lot of you guys may notice that the price of things have gone up significantly. There's a lot of reasons for that, but a lot of it's just the weird status of everything right now with supply and demand. Also, shipping lumber and stuff into the U.S. from, I've heard, like Canada and stuff, they're having a lot of issues with that as well. So it's jacking the price of stuff up like crazy. But the wood needed for this, the layout would come out to the wall right here, and it would be a modular piece. So it actually, I'm thinking about using. Have you guys ever seen like telephone cable with the junction boxes? So basically, I'd use telephone cable to supply my accessory power and things like that in between each layout. So I would run line in parallel, and then I'd wire that into the junction box for the telephone cable. And then between each section, because there'd be like 3 sections up here, because I need to be able to get into my 2 crawl spaces at least once a year. Or if there's an emergency, I can unplug them and then pull them away. but I'm thinking about using telephone jacks to go between different tables, so it's kind of like pretty easy. Same with my desk, um, things like that. But right now, where we're at the moment, will be there will be trains here, so we'll actually be pushed back. The new studio setup will be pushed back to like right about here in the room, so it'd be pretty crazy. That's if I go with that. I'm thinking about either going with a C or an L or a J shape. Exactly, just like plug and play. It'd be really cool. Excuse me. Washington and Oregon going to get a good rainstorm this coming weekend. Yeah, I heard there's like some type of tropical storm moving up. I hope everyone's all right and safe. Uh, Chesapeake. So, what type of music did you play? Ah, that's a great question. So, I was actually in an original. I was in an original '80s style rock band, very similar like Van Halen, that type of music. It's just I had lots of issues with. It was time for me to leave. Let's just say that. Like I don't want to throw anyone under a the bus, so to say, but it was really time for me just to get out of it. And the music scene was just getting very hostile between other bands, and I had a great time, I'll call it a great run. Um, it was just between like different bands, the horrible attitude between different bands and things, and going out like it was supposed to be fun, but we'd show up at a venue at, let's say we went on stage at 9. The promoter would say, "Hey, be here at like 7," but we'd get there early. We'd get there at like 6 or 5 to set up and everything, just to make sure we were like set in. We could get some food, and you don't make any money doing it, honestly. Um, it's really it's crazy. So I stopped doing that. But yeah, I was an '80s rocker um, in this band. I'm not from that era. I'm a '90s kid, but it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. Met a I don't want to say met a bunch of great people, but I met people. I played with a lot of national acts, and that was fun. Like opening for a national act, but it just didn't get us anywhere, and it was kind of a catastrophe sometimes. Like the NS T-shirt. Thank you. Yeah, these were on sale at Horseshoe Curve for the Railroaders Memorial Museum for like $17 a piece. I've worn this one all day. That's why it's like all stretched out because I was doing chores and stuff. But it's it was a great shirt for 17, 18 bucks. I couldn't beat it. I think it was buy one get one free. So I got Nikki one and it was free. So like can't complain about that. Sorry, Nick's crossing. No worries. You don't have to apologize. I know you were talking to. It's all good. Heath Heath still calls me Nick's Trains, so every time he'll introduce the channel, he's like Nick from Nick's Trains. We all love Heath though. He's a great guy. I don't correct him. I just let him do it. You know. But you guys get the point. I tried to install a light in my 2025 and now it won't run. Oh, so you're probably shorting out somewhere on the light based housing or somewhere. You talking about the engine won't run or the light won't run? I have to go. I'll be around the railroads. I'll see you later. Rail fan Roger, thank you so much for stopping by. Stay safe out there, buddy. Catch some great trains. I'd love to get up there to see some Amtrak at Aberdeen and stuff like that one of these days. It'd be really cool. Still listening to 80s rock, Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Led Zeppelin. That sounds good. I'm not a huge Zeppelin fan. Just it's overplayed. Like when I was a kid, I loved Zeppelin. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, it's awesome. But then I got older. I was like, man, this stuff's like the radios and stuff like really overplay it. At least in Baltimore radio. If you listen, like there's a channel 100.7 The Bay. We eventually just called it Doc Rock because they would just play like the same 5 Led Zeppelin songs over and over, and it didn't give them any justice. They've got a lot of great music, but great group of musicians, one of the best drummers, I'd say one of the best bass players. And yeah, I'm like I like I like the bass and drums. The rhythm section of that band's pretty cool. Let's see. It was just shorting out Sparks. Yeah, something. David, check out if it's got cloth wiring. Sometimes that cloth can wear really thin, and the wires that are touching the housing, or they get pinched, and the cloth wiring exposes a wire, and it'll actually short out. So try looking at your cloth wiring. If anything's pinched from the original wiring, sometimes that will cause a short. That's the only explanation I have. That's how my 16 oh god 1668 caught on fire. I did like my first YouTube short of that engine actually caught on fire because of a crimped wire, but the engine was fine. I just had to do a rewire. It's crazy how that works. um Shipwright, good to see a traditional style layout for a change, something nice around a small layout instead of a giant scale pike. What's crazy, we're actually talking about expanding this layout to be a little bit bigger. I have some problems with this layout that I was talking to you guys about earlier, and they're like up top that double backing loop thing that I thought was really cool. It's really maiming the layout. It's really hurting me because I can't run certain trains up there. I'd love to just let a train run, but the switches up there, if they don't have enough amperage in them, they don't hit. I can only run like post war up there and some MTH, but this one's now having problems. It's drawing too much power. Um, but yeah, I'd love to just let the trains run and just kind of walk away and just let them run and watch them go around. But I like to get into something a little bit more, um, not so much concentrate on the size of the layout, but more so on operations. Like I'd love to have a cross buck in the middle, have the double looping turnaround, like you guys were pointing out, things like that. It's just things I would like to have compared to having my just two loops, couple switches, a siding. I've never used my siding that's hooked up to my warehouse ever. Like I thought it'd be so cool to like pull a train in there, and like I never did it. I play around with the yard sometimes. It's fun, pulling stuff in and out, hooking up different engines to the track. It's fun. Do you ever wear your railroad shirts on stage? No, actually, when I was in the band, we would actually wear I don't want to say costumes, but we would wear a an 80s getup pretty much. Here, I'll show you guys really quick. It was actually the last show with my band. We would dress up like 80s, like full on 80s, like skinny jeans. And, I used to black out my eyes. I used to wear like finger paint, or not finger paint. I paint my nails black and stuff. It wasn't so much glam metal. Like we weren't like Poison. We didn't look like chicks, but we did put on the rock persona of the 80s. It was a lot of fun. Like it's all about putting on a character in a show and entertaining. But the band just, I had issues with a lot of things in the band, a lot of directional issues. We were all just on different pages. Like I moved out. I'm looking to do other things in my life than being in my parents' basement at almost 30 years old and playing drums, not making a whole lot of money. But I moved out. I got a job. I could move out, and it's a good starting point. And the other guys in the band just didn't like it. They didn't appreciate it. And then I moved out with Nikki, and you know they never came over. There, I don't know if there was a jealousy thing. I was just like, dude, it's just a house. It's not like I don't live in a mansion. I'm not like rich or anything, but they never wanted to come and hang out and stuff. It was just weird. Let's see. Trying to find the picture of. All right, so trying to. TV tech. Maybe I got the wrong light bulb. Um, Honestly, that light bulb would probably short out or turn. It would blacken itself. It would like implode if you got the wrong one. But it should be the light bulb. It sounds like there's just a short somewhere. Still waiting for Motley Crue, Def Leppard, and Gen Jet, others to hit Cincinnati 2022. That may or may not happen with Motley Crue. I've heard a lot of things. Vince Neil needs a lot of help. Like I don't think he could do a show because he was trying to sing at one show. He had issues breathing. It was really sad. And a friend of mine actually, he saw Vince Neil's band in Florida for their rock fest or whatever. And basically what happened was he did a great show. He just had like a lot of backup singers. Like there'd be chicks on stage as a backup singer. So stuff like that, you know. But I would love to see Crew. I'm just afraid like I'm paying all that money and they're gonna run like backing tracks and stuff. I'm sure it's a great show. It works if I take the engine out and jump the chassis to the body. Something's getting pinched. Yeah, it's probably like I said, one of those cloth wires is probably giving you a hard time. But guys, this is me at the last show I played. Let's see if it will focus. Focus. Come on. You gonna do it? No? Let's see. Oh. It's not doing it. Oh, we gonna focus? Focus. You guys can kind of get the idea. Oh, there we go. There you go. See, I had like the pink jeans on, and like, you know, it was a lot of fun. We dress up and put on a great show, and not gonna lie, like the music was all right. I mean, I helped write a lot of it, and it's just our vocalists. You know, the vocals are bad, and that's the thing that really tore me away from the band was like the vocals were just so bad, and everyone would tell me like, "Hey, you need a new singer," and eventually it was degrading. You know, you play a kick butt show and you get off stage and everyone be like, "Yeah, you did great. Your singer didn't." I'd be like, "Whoa!" Like after a while, it eats at you, and you know, uh, it is what it is. The guitarist was great. Bass player was solid. I put on a great show. It's just the singer would jump around and stuff, but it's all about the music, and people listen to the vocals, like the vocal quality over the music. Like the non-musician will listen to the vocals and not so much the lyrics, but mostly just the vocal range and things like that, more so than like the instrumentals. And the problem with my band was that the guitarist was very into his instrumentals so much that he didn't care what the singer sounded like because he thought people were listening to him. And I was like, dude, everyone listens to the singer. And that's just how it is. That's how people are, you know. And nowadays you have a bunch of solo artists, you know, like in pop music, they're all singers. People don't listen to the instrumental; they like to hear the voice. So it's just how it is, you know. Knight's right. What's on? What's going on, man? Have you ever thought about adding slot cars? Um, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty big slot cars. Because I'm running O gauge. But yeah, I mean, didn't Nikki steps in for the kill. Finish him. Vocals were bad. Some personalities were bad. Some instrumentals were not necessarily the best. It was a good run, good fun for the time. Last show was the best I've ever seen. Yes, our last show my last show with them was the best. Like, not gonna lie, that was like the coolest show ever. It was the biggest stage. We had the biggest show. Um, yeah, that was great. But you know, Vincent is taking vocal lessons. I'd hope so. Oh man. Mike Griffin, just subscribe. Metal and Trains. Yes. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I'm a 80s metalhead, so um the heaviest music I listen to is kind of like, oh god. I'd say like I can't even say like the song names in this chat, but I like a lot of heavy metal stuff. I'll tell you guys this. I almost saw Steel Panther this Saturday, but I had a previous engagement with a train. I was going to go up and see 425. Steel Panther will be around, and they're looking for a new bass player anyway. So I was just like, whatever. I listened to older Steel Panther stuff. I thought they were fun. Um, their lyrics are not family friendly. Won't be singing any of their songs in this chat, but sometimes you need a good laugh and a good funny story. So I listened to a Steel Panther song. But yeah, Mike, welcome, welcome, welcome. Lionel makes slot cars in the 70s called power passers. Heard they were really bad. Power. This sounds like do you guys Power Rangers? Like when I was a kid, my brother was really into Power Rangers and he had the oh, what the heck was it? It was a transformer. It was like all the Power Rangers cars and stuff. Made this giant, like, it was ridiculous. It was like 18 inches tall. It was like all the Power Rangers cars. Then if you took the cars out, they became like weapons. That reminds me of like Power Chasers or Power Passers. I'm sorry. Oh man. Hey, Randall's back. Sounds good. Yeah, yeah. Lexi Fox. That's a weird situation. I want to talk about it, but there's a lot of speculation behind that whole situation, and no one will never know. Unfortunately, that band's not the type of band to like give it to you straight. They're gonna put on the act, you could say, like their persona. They're not gonna come out and say, "Yeah, he quit because of X, Y, and Z." They're gonna say, Lexi did this because of this. And I'm like, it's whatever. Was gonna see Ozzy before he went south. Yeah, he went really far south. Oh, Mike, I agree. Yeah, Jakey Lee is dude, he's great. I'm not a fan. I'm not a the heck is that guy's name? I can't even think of him right. Zach Wild. I'm not a Zach Wild fan at all. Like even up here, like I'll be listening to like Ozzy. Like I built like half this layout listening to like between this is gonna sound ridiculous, like 80s rock, ABBA, and like Ozzy. And a lot of Black Sabbath and Aerosmith. I'll just let all that stuff just play. And Zach Wild, the pinch harmonic, it's just no, it makes me like gag. It's just too much. It's just too much pinch harmonics in there. Yes, there you go. He said it right there, right in writing. Too many pitch harmonics. Yeah, it's like, dude, it's cool sometimes, but it's between the tone and the pinch harmonic. I'm like, nah. I like Micro Machines. Somewhere I got a Kyle Petty Mellow Yellow. What? Dude, Mellow Yellow was awesome. I still love Mellow Yellow. I remember Mellow Yellow, and then they came out with Volt. Does anyone in here remember that? It was like a crazy like soft drink. It was a lemon lime energy power. It was like supposed to combat like Mountain Dew with like more caffeine. It's called Volt. That stuff was nasty. Like it was good, but it was really bad for you. And I drank one, and I was like up all night, like on an airplane overseas. I flew to like, I think I was flying to France. I drank a Volt, could not sleep the entire flight. I woke up the next day, and they told us to sleep on the plane to kind of combat the differential. I think it was called Jolt. Oh no. Yeah, I swear, I think it was called Volt. Man, I remember the song Mellow Yellow. Yeah. That's a trippy song. I know that song too. Success. Let's see if I can get the drive rods. Hey, you got it working. Yeah, everyone, DB Tech, David's putting together, what do you say, at 2025, you said? Those things are a nightmare to put back together. But they are beautiful engines once you get them going. They are fun. Randall Ellison, the story I heard about Clash was that they booted the lead singer out because of his drug abuse. Heard that on a radio show. Yeah, one of the best. Oh, I don't want to say one of them. He's one of the most popular, but I listen to like Eddie Trunk on Hair Nation, but some of his stuff's a little far out there, and he always gets into like a tangent. If he gets in for like the longest time, he was like, "Where's Eddie Van Halen? Where's Eddie Van Halen at?" And then we're like, "Dude, he's probably sick." And everyone told him, he's like, "Oh, he's probably sick." And then he'd be like, "Oh, there's a rumor that he's sick," and all of us were just like, "Yeah." Same with like, what was the other thing? He's like, "Why isn't?" It would be like four tangents you get on, like, "Where's Eddie Van Halen?" Kiss and their backing tracks and the new members of Kiss. What's going on with Rush? And God, what was the other one he would always mention? It was pretty much like um, he would always say like, if you like rock music, the bands that are gonna save it are like Ghost and why can't I think of the Struts and the third band I can't think of right now, Greta Van Fleet. He's like, these are the three bands that are going to save rock and roll. Like, those are like the four tangents he was always getting on. I just turned it off. I couldn't take it anymore. Oh, it was Volt. Dude, that stuff was crazy. They did have Jolt. I do remember that. And then the Volt was like 2008, 2010 in there. Yep, K4 2025. Well, it's the 262. Lionel couldn't figure out how to put that extra wheel set on the front of there. Didn't stop me from buying them. I've got two 2025s now. I love them. They are so much fun. Is that the 2025 that you bought at Kutztown? Because that was a great deal. They are awesome. Yeah, I got one here. I'll show you guys. I've got like a whole shelf of K4s up in here. Here we go. This is like the one that David bought at Kutztown Train Show. This is the later one. This is like the 50s. Oh, is Radar leaving us? I'm gonna call it a night. Everyone, have a great week. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great week. But yeah, this is the 2025. This one's been abused. I like the natural weathering on this. It just shows it's got a good story to it. You know, like the skid. I don't want to say skid marks. A lot of abuse on this. I like it. I think someone probably ran this on like a wood floor and they derailed it a lot, and you know. Yeah, so this is really close. Yeah, so David bought a 2025 for like a phenomenal price. I got this one for, oh my god, how much did I pay for it? $40. Yeah, I got this for $40 at Kutztown. And yeah, it's like I don't want to repaint it. Like I thought about it. I'm like, should I repaint it? I'm like, no. Nah, I like it. I like it just the way it is. And then I got the this is the brass dome on it. The smokestack has got a brass ring around it. And then my other one that's more rare, I guess, is a silver dome. That's back on the shelf. I'll spin you guys around really quick. Let's see. Here, I'll show you guys this. So the silver one is actually behind the fan in there somewhere. The big gap on the shelf that's missing, that's my E7 spacing where that goes. Then I had like zero time to get ready for certain things on the stream because other things were happening. So I have a bunch of freight cars all over the floor. I got to put those underneath the platform in storage. You like the PA logo on the front? Yeah, that keystone is classic. I love it. Love that keystone. And apparently, I didn't know this. So the keystone on Pennsylvania engines, that was for passenger service. So if you see like the fancy keystone on the front, that's a passenger engine. And if you see a round logo or a round number plate, that's for freight. A friend of mine taught me that. I didn't know that at the time. It destroys the value if you repaint those old locomotives. Um, yeah, it does. I mean, the worst I've seen was like my 736 was completely roached. It was like gray, and I stripped all the paint and just repainted it, rebuilt the logo, and I actually sent it out to get fixed. It needed a pickup roller. I didn't have any in stock. He said he would just give me the parts, but then he offered to fix it for me. I was like, whatever. And I actually just got that back. 736. She's somewhere on the floor down there. Wow, I didn't know that about. Yeah, yeah. A friend of mine, Train Seekers, told me about that. He was like, "Yeah, it's got a round plate. It's for freight." And I was like, "What?" Explains why the GG1's got the keystone on it. K4s, like the K4 was like their, you know, competitive like passenger locomotive. It's a great engine. It actually went really fast. Apparently, K4s, for what I've heard in research and stuff, they would get up to about 90 on like an express line. They could fly, and sometimes they would double head them too. If they had to go up like the curve and stuff, they would double head K4s up Horseshoe Curve. Pretty amazing. Shipwright. Been messing with a K line copy of a Marks 333 Pacific. Ran radically until I went over the electronics with some cleaner, and the bond had grease on it. Oh, the board. I'm not sure what that would be unless it melted, unless the cleaner you used melted off the silicone. Or it's not. It's like oh god, they don't use silicone. They use I forgot what it's called, but yeah, the gel is on the circuit board. You might have melted some of that off of there. Did you see VF or Virtual Rail Fan? They have the diesel at Horseshoe Curve fully painted. What? I saw the primer job the other day. It was just a gray GP9 65. Oh man, that's a great deal. Yeah, I got mine for 40. Actually, was it 40 or 35? I actually went to the same guy. So it's funny. So David bought his K4 from a gentleman I spoke with the last one was at Kutztown Train Show. He was really cool, and he didn't have any like steal deals. That's what I call it. That time, he had like really expensive post-war and pre-war stuff out there. I was like, can't afford it. But he sold me a 2026 for $40 with a tender, and then I went back to another booth. This guy had like a table of just post-war engines. I was just like, holy crap! Like they're it's like it was like Candyland. And I asked him like, how much do you want for the K4? And it was actually this guy right here. Oh, it's so heavy. It's like, how much you want for it? And he was like, well, it's listed as $40. And I'm like, well, I have $35 in my pocket. Will you take it for 35? And he was like, yeah, sure. And he was just like, take it. I was just like, okay. So yeah, I got a K4 for $30 or whatever. 30. It was either 35 or 30. But I was astonished. Like my Silver Dome that's back there. Here, I'll show you guys. Why not? I'll roll over there. Oh, this is the more expensive K4. This is the one that people are like. This is more sought after. And this is the one that's got the Baldwin drivers on it. Like the wheels are called Baldwin drivers, and then the front, the stamps worn off, which is pretty common. And then the oh, what else was there on here? Oh, the stack. It's silver. It's like a thimble. You can actually pull this out, but you usually just get jammed in there. But yeah, this guy was expensive. This was like 120 bucks with a tender, and it looks freaking awesome. Sometimes I'll go over these with WD-40 to make them all shiny, and I actually didn't have to do that with this because it was in such great shape. His name was Bob. Really nice guy. I remember reminded me of a gnome or hobbit with the beard. Oh yeah, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, he was cool. He's a nice guy. Yeah, 30. Oh, let me turn off the light. Webcam's got a light on it. Yes, yeah, Mike. I always say that too. It's like every time I review a post-war engine on the channel, I'm like, and the gems are still here. Like usually they're broken off. Like this one, um, good point. Yeah, this one's got the gems, which is like really, really impossible. This one does not. You can see they're missing on there. So some little kid probably broke them off with like a pair of pliers, but you can see where they used to go. And then my what is it? My 736 has the longer lanterns on it, and they're completely busted off. It's like, oh, man. So you know, whatever. I mean, this is like my pride and joy. And I replaced the smoke unit in this, and also the other one. They run awesome. Oops. Make sure that engine doesn't roll off my desk. Here, I was gonna run turtle wax. Yeah, Tom uses wax on his pre-war cars. He showed me that. That was a pretty cool idea. I'm gonna put these back. I'm actually gonna drag out the K4, my MTH 027 K4. So we'll get that rolling. Probably like one of the last things you run because it's almost 11 o'clock. That was a great deal. Yeah, I was astonished. I was like, holy crap, like 40 bucks, 35. I mean, even $50 for one of those, it's a great deal. But I'm gonna put these monsters back on the shelf. My E7s, put them back. There's the it's an AA set. Look at that. All right, so I gotta get the K4 out of the yard. Yeah, McGuire's cleaner wax works wonders. Yeah, Tom, I haven't tried that out yet, but that's one of my whoops. So one of my things I want to try out. But yeah, look at the shelf now. It doesn't look as empty. With the E7s there, it's like it fixes up that spot. It's great. So let me get the yard going. Here's the yard. K4 is on track. What's that? Track 3. So I flip the switch for that. I've got this whole yard blocked out. For anyone who's new, each little siding in the yard's blocked out with switches because I run everything conventionally. Got that classic Proto Sound one. Let's see. Good old 1361. Let's see. Where is she? There she is. Just got to hook her up. Oops. All right. I'll get the camera down lower so you guys can see her up close. It's a lot of weight for that engine. There we go. This has a great smoker unit in it. Awesome locomotive. And there she sits. MTH, what is the road number? 1361. I got lucky with this one. I had no idea what it was, and I bought it. I was like, what the heck's 1361? And then I started looking at the K4 restoration program. And oh, I guess she's pulling in some water. There we go. Yeah, I just thought it was funny because I had no idea what 1361. And basically, like I said, they started doing that restoration program. It's like, oh, good. Now I have a 1361. This is the engine that used to be at Horseshoe Curve. And I had no idea at the time when I bought it. This is like 1997 Rail King. Streamline K4, K4S, the torpedo. Oh, those are fun engines. Oh. A little bit of wheel slip. Just like Lionel, Streamline K4, 283E. I mean, these are technically streamline K4s. Here, I'll show you guys. Like these guys right here. Oops. This is a streamline K4, but this is a pre-war. This is a 1688. So yeah, it's a streamline. So I can do a railfan shot. Do the railfan chase. Yeah, 1688. I've got I think like 14 1668s, or sorry, 1688s. I've got one 1668. And those are a lot of fun. We'll get this How have I not found this channel till tonight? Well, welcome. I'll say the trains are about to meet. What is your opinion on the here, let me turn off the Jeep. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pull the Jeep around. I was gonna say my K4 looked like it was out of smoke. False. Look at this. Shoo. Whole lot of smoke. All right. So, all right. A lot of questions. Yeah, channels here. We've only been on YouTube for about actually 9 months now, because I think my first video was November of 2021, and it was the Halloween display originally, and I took it down because we had some issues with some interesting characters that were potentially going after like doxing people and stuff. So I took the video down. But that was the first video on November 1st. So I got in there late with the Halloween stuff. So totally my fault. Honestly, I should have left the video up because Halloween was a lot of fun. But honestly, I should have filmed it before Halloween night and then posted it, you know, like early October or something like that. But yeah, so I've been a channel since November 1st, 2021. And a lot of the videos I did early on were just in the layout room, some stuff at Strasbourg, B&O Rare Museum, a couple other rare museums. So not like a whole lot out and about until of recent. Getting more comfortable of like doing vlog style stuff, chasing trains, meeting a bunch of people. So yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun, but yeah, it's still a very young channel. So, all right. So we had a very interesting comment. Knight's right. What is your opinion on the constant rising prices of starter sets? I honestly feel like the higher prices discourage new people from joining the hobby. That is a great point. And I don't, here, let me fix the camera. I got like this whole like fancy setup right now because I was getting low to the track. So let me fix the webcam so you guys can see. There we go. All right, cool. So the prices of starter sets have been going up and up and up, and I have been seeing that. And the only place I've noticed starter sets in person be like Strasbourg Train Shop, and they're kind of price gouging because they want people to ride Strasbourg or 611 and then come into the train shop and say, "Hey, I want a train." Usually it's kids, but I bought train sets from them before that were great deals. They were like Christmas deals and things like that. But the rising price in sets and everything has been getting pretty crazy because it does discourage younger people to get into the hobby because it's all about money and everything. And not a lot of people are aware of train shows either. Like honestly, I don't buy stuff a whole lot of new stuff anymore. I usually just wait till train shows. Here, let me fix the tripod real quick. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I was talking to the floor. So yeah, a lot of people aren't aware of like train shows, and people think of show. You don't always buy stuff at shows. Like yeah, boat show, car show, RV show. Yeah, you buy stuff, but people think train show. People are just showing off their models and stuff. Like I was actually talking to one of my friends. Jamie was in here earlier. She might still be here, but she was talking to me about how car shows, model car shows work. And there's vendors, but usually people don't sell stuff like a train show. It's literally tables upon tables. Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah, so it's like train shows are just kind of a free for all. Everything's buy, buy this or table stuff. So it's very interesting, but yeah, train sets are getting more expensive. I think the Santa Fe was the last starter set I bought. The FT that died up on the hill a couple times. It's a great set. It works. It's just my switches are causing problems. But the I think that set was 350, and that's pretty cheap because I think the new Lion Chief sets are upwards of the fours, fives. I think, and you're stuck with that remote. You don't have control. Like you can't turn to conventional. You're stuck to the remote or the app. So kind of interesting, kind of the interesting wrong way around. But my MTH starter set, that I don't think it's that good. It came with a Pennsylvania steam engine. It was like a 480 set. The cars are better than the engine, and that set cost $500. I remember paying for it. It was like the first set I actually bought out of my own money. I was working full time and right out of school and stuff. And actually, I was transferring schools. I was going from community college to 4 year school, and I was like, "Hey, I got some money. Let me buy a set." And I bought. It was on sale for like 440, and now they're like $600-700 for the same set. It's like God. Let's see. Missed some comments. Um, DB Tech 5 or 10 years ago, I was going to get into the hobby, saw the price of the starter set and said, forget it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's nuts. 3 years ago, I found my dad's old Santa Fe HO in a box. Wanted to get it running. When I saw the price of the track, yeah, that's another thing too. The price of track is like crazy. The world's greatest hobby if you have a ton of money to get it started. Yep. Knights Ray, it's expensive. No wonder why HO is more popular. Um, yeah, live steam engines, that's a whole nother animal. Live steam engines are extremely expensive. Mike said, I feel Lionel and Atlas are targeting collectors. Menards will have something if they produce an affordable line of engines. Now, here's the thing, Mike. Yeah, so not Lionel. Menards put out that F unit. I believe it's an F7A unit. Yeah, F7A Santa Fe, kind of like what I have back on the shelf. It's sold out. They only had like a couple, I think it was like 150 of them, 150 prototypes. They put that out there. And I actually think if they came out with a Pennsylvania F unit, I'll buy it. I don't want any more Santa Fe. I'm a Pensy fan. I love the Pennsylvania Railroad, and yeah, I'll do that. But honestly, I don't want any more Santa Fe Santa Fe engines. Unless it's like a steam engine, like one of their, oh god, what was it? I forgot the engine that they always ran. It was huge. It looked like a Challenger, but I don't think it was. I think they ran Niagaras, something like that. Car shows are primarily for built cars, displaying multiple category with contest prizes. Yep, that's exactly how a train show isn't usually how they are. Um, yeah, usually train shows are like, hey, here you get a table, you sell some stuff, barter. I've seen very little bartering, but usually it's like you sell stuff. And usually the prices are so high, you're literally looking at someone else's collection that they think they have a gold mine, and it's really just like a bunch of old trains, and they just carry them around from place to place. They don't sell them, but sometimes it's worth just like, hey, just knock your prices down, sell the stuff. You can't take it with you when you leave this world, you know. Nights rate or $200 for fast track switches. They're 100. I think they're $100 and 100 plus for the command switches, which I will not be getting. I don't want command switches. Honestly, I'm cool with like manual switches up close, and then when you get further back, like in the back of the layout, I want remote switches. Those are fine. Yeah, stuff on eBay is expensive. Um, yeah, I guess because Lionel's name. Yeah, they look. That's the other thing too. They have like the Greenberg book. A lot of people will sell things by the Greenberg price. I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, it's a recommendation, and those books, there's a new one printed every year for Greenberg. Like I saw that new Lionel catalog and felt like I had to take a second mortgage on my house. Yeah, same. Either a second mortgage or selling like a kidney, you know, donate my hair for science. Something like that. Um that's why I went with 027 track, buy used loco stock collection. Yeah. Yeah, that's what honestly guys, a lot of my stuff here I've bought used. Like um 90% of my collection is used or was given to me. Like the Baldwin, I bought used. Like all the trains on the track right now, except, oh, okay, all the trains that we ran tonight on this layout on the two bottom tracks, I bought the Pennsylvania boxcar new. That's from Menards. It was like $20, and then I got my Knoebels Grove passenger car. That was expensive, but it's a commemorative car. I never bought one before. I love Knoebels. It was $90 for a passenger car, but it's a Weaver custom. So, okay. So those are two cars I bought brand new. Now on the top track, the Santa Fe, three cars I was running around, those came with that FT set for like $400 with track, transformer, engine. The K4 I bought used, the Western Maryland GP9 I was running around, I got that for $50 at a train show. The K4 cost me a little over $180. What else? The Conrail cars, I think it's like $70 for all three cars because I got them used. The Baldwin up top was a little pricey. It was like $250 with shipping and everything. But everything's used. It's like I'm not buying anything new anytime soon. I can't afford it. That's why we need a new K line. That'd be great. I miss K line. I paid only $70 for a 027 is what I do. Yeah, so my 022 switches I have up top, they're great. I need to hook them up to auxiliary power, honestly. It was $50 for the pair. You get a right and a left. So yeah, it's $50 for the pair. The guy had the original box. I'm not really a box person. I think I held on to it because it's got the extra parts, but it's still a great piece. Pensy all the way here too. Sweet. I'm going up the other way for comments. I'm going up in comments. Menards F unit is really nice. Saw a review of it. They do need to work on packaging a bit. Yeah, this is the plastic shell. Though that's the thing, it saves them money. Like that packaging probably saves them like $15 compared to buying a box and then having the foam and then the you have to pay someone for the artwork and all that stuff. Like a Lionel box, I thought I had one in the trash up here, but the artwork and stuff, people get money for that. It's a trademark or um, they got to pay someone for the artwork and all that good stuff. Keeps it cheap. Hey, Chesapeake, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, a new K line would be great. We need some competition. I'm tired of hearing about, Lionel and what was MTH. I like MTH though. I run older Lionel stuff. I don't run the fancy new stuff. I'm afraid to buy it. I've heard nothing but problems, The recent storm took care of the boxes I was saving. Oh, yeah, I have a whole tote of boxes up here because the collection I received had a bunch of limited edition Lionel cars, like the yellow box collector series or limited edition. And my dad was like, "Hey, you should save those, see what happens." I was like, "Ah." So I have a tote of like folded up boxes somewhere up here. It's like big old blue tote somewhere in here. I don't even know. But they're in here and some of those boxes were kind of funky. So like a lot of times if I find like an old box, I end up throwing it out because there's like a lot of mold and stuff. Um I'm not really a box person. I'm not planning on selling the stuff anyways. Lionel is monopolizing everything now because they bought out K-Line years ago. Yep, remember that. Now Mike Wolf retired. Lionel purchased some MTH tooling. Yeah, I heard about that too. It's like, oh well. Yeah, that K4 they made, that mini K4 looks really similar to my 1361 I just ran. Like really similar. And they just designed the mini K4 and they debuted it tonight on Demos with Dave. I was just like, yeah, I don't know how long it took you guys to do that, but it looks really similar to another K4 I've seen around here somewhere. If I had to take a stab at it just for the looks, the cars that came with it, I would say that it's from the late 1960s to early 70s. Just had to yawn really bad. But guys, it's 11:14 at night. I'm actually gonna call the stream. It's really late. I gotta wake up nice and early for work. Got a big day tomorrow, but I'd like to thank you all so much for joining in. We had a lot of people watching tonight. We have 20 likes. Thank you guys so much, and we had a bunch of new subscribers. It was great talking with you guys, and a lot of you guys stopping in for the first time. That's really exciting, of course. Tomorrow, you guys are not going to want to miss it. We have I have an adventure coming out that was recorded this weekend. It's a 20 plus minute video. It's like 22 minutes or something like that. But you guys are going to love it. It's between a chase and a railroad. We chased the train. We rode the train. I filmed them all into one. And I like giving you guys like a sneak peek because I don't have like Patreon or any of that stuff yet. Just let you guys know in the live streams kind of like what's going on. So what I did was I filmed riding the train and then the rail fan spots we did, I made them into a cohesive video. So it looks like we have like a whole camera crew out there. So you guys will have a great time watching that. Great time filming. Thank you to Jamie for showing me around the Reading and Northern. It's a lot of fun out there. And also thank you for modding and all the mods that were in here tonight. If they end up watching the replay or they're still here, thank you guys so much for helping out, keeping down the shenanigans, as we like to call it. But yeah, we always have a couple stinkers, and yeah, pretty good stream. No red alerts tonight, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hey, Mike, thank you so much for coming in. I'm glad you're here. Glad you found the channel. Tom Strange, thank you so much. I'll get back to you. I saw Tom sent me a text. I'll have to get back to him. Let's see. DB Tech, thank you so much for stopping by. Jamie, it was nice hearing from you as well. Randall, thank you so much for stopping in. Yes, rock on, definitely. All right, guys. I could be here all night talking to you guys. When we hit 1,000 subs, just letting all the new guys know, we're gonna do a 24-hour stream, or at least as long as I can on YouTube. I've heard that you can't stream for more than 24 hours, so it might be like a StreamYard type of thing. But we're gonna do a 24-hour stream to celebrate 1,000 subs. When that happens, we're getting closer and closer every week. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Like always, happy railroading. Have a great week. Have fun. Stay safe. I'll see you guys. Look out for that video tomorrow. You guys are going to love it. So I'll see you guys. Have a good night.